Am I the a-hole for calling my brother's girlfriend disgusting and refusing to meet her? Alright, I feel like I'm going mad here. I, 27 female, recently had a very unpleasant encounter with my brother's 32 male new girlfriend, 21 female, that has culminated in the family getting dragged into it. We'll call her Anne. He's been with Anne for about 5 months, but I've never met her for various reasons from both of our ends. He said he wanted to get to know her properly before introducing her to us all, and I made a crack along the lines of, yeah, well, 12 years old are known to be unpredictable, which made him sulk for a while too. I probably shouldn't have said that, but the age gap is weird to me. I met up with him a few weeks ago for coffee because we don't have restrictions anymore. The topic of Anne came up briefly, but he just said they were still together and he liked her. So I was coming around to the idea that maybe I should stop being a judgmental a-hole and just meet her. After, I went back to my car to grab my plastic bags and then back into town. For clarity, it's a small town center with a dedicated car park, so it's all in one place. After about an hour, I came back to my car and it was messed up. It had been scratched and a drink thrown over it. But the worst thing was someone had smeared blood in my driver door and literally shoved a used feminine hygiene product in the door handle. It was revolting. I had to go back and buy rubber gloves and bleach just to get back into my car. I got home and I got a text from my brother. He said Anne had confronted him when he got home after his cheating, and she thought I was the other woman and had vandalized my car. He said she was really upset and wanted to apologize to me in person and give me flowers. I said that even if I had been some other woman, that what she did was disgusting, and she was nuts. I said I never wanted to meet her and I expected payment for cleaning and damages. For the last 2 weeks, it's been this revolving door of my family calling me and telling me to let her apologize, me letting them know exactly what she did, and them mostly agreeing with me in the end. Then I'd get messages from my brother telling me to stop telling people what happened, because it was embarrassing Anne. I have some aunts who are mad at me for even telling them, make it make sense, and her family are of course livid with me, not to mention my brother. It's just so much noise in my head that I'm starting to think I should just drop it, because I have repaired the damage and had it cleaned. I've sent my brother the bill but not gotten anything from him yet, because he says I've done emotional damage to Anne. I think it was emotional damaging to have to see what she did to my car, but in the off chance that I've gone mad and I'm overreacting, tell me, am I the a-hole for calling my brother's girlfriend disgusting and never wanting to meet her because of what she did to my car? Now for the top comments. She attacked you, and you somehow emotionally damaged her? Tell him he is disgusting. It was very emotionally damaging to Anne that I told people how she emotionally damaged me by making my car a biohazard. Yes. Have you brought up the fact that you can press charges for this? Or that you didn't explain what happened to people until after your brother and Anne told them how unforgiving you are? Not the a-hole. She vandalized your car in a particularly nasty way. None of that is mitigated by her thinking your brother was cheating. That was just crazy and hinged behavior. You're not interested in meeting a crazy and hinged person, which is fair. This is what I've tried to communicate to him. Even if he was cheating, what she did still wouldn't have been okay. Not only are you not the a-hole, but your initial joke about 12-year-olds was spot on with regard to Anne. What a disaster of a human. Not the a-hole. The age gap is weird as hell and she sounds freaking disgusting. The used tampon is repulsive, and the fact your brother stayed with her after all this says a lot about him. Is he gross also? He's not gross. I mean, hygienically speaking. It baffles me as well. I can't even imagine the logistics of how she yanked it out in the middle of the car park. She just seems unstable, among other words. Next story is titled, Am I the a-hole for refusing to show my brother and his soon-to-be wife what my girlfriend has chosen to wear at their wedding? My male 30 brother, male 32, and his fiancée, female 26, are getting married at the end of the month. My girlfriend, female 32, is my +1. We've been together for 6 months, and she's great. Yesterday, I was at my brother's to help him set up new shelves in the kitchen. That's when he told me his fiancée had a request. The fiancé asked me what my girlfriend is planning to wear on the wedding, because, honestly, she dresses provocatively and she might wear something inappropriate. She asked me if it was okay that we showed her, the bride, my girlfriend's outfit for approval. I'm aware about weddings demanding a certain dress code and that there's a lot of rules involved, but I was a bit shocked about her request. I thought it to be a bit disrespectful, to be honest. My girlfriend is a very beautiful woman who loves fashion. I haven't noticed that she's ever been inappropriate. Maybe she likes the mini dress and a low back occasionally, but it has been in the right environment, like on a night out or a date with me. Otherwise, she's very modest, barely wears makeup. Plus, she knows fashion and she's probably aware of the rules of weddings. I didn't feel the bride's request was okay, so I told her no way that I'm going to ask my girlfriend that. The bride got a bit sulky and didn't talk much to me the rest of the evening. I went to my girlfriend afterwards for dinner, and while we were preparing, we started talking about the wedding. I asked her if she had bought something for the wedding, and she said she didn't have to. She had a lot of dresses, and she already chosen one. Show me, and she did. She's chosen an olive green midi dress with high collar. It was perfect. I texted my brother and soon-to-be wife that the dress was modest, so they could chill. This morning, the bride called me asking me to send her a picture of the dress. Huh? What are you still on about? No, I saw the dress. It's perfect. You should take my word for it. She was raging mad, crying that I'm trying to ruin her wedding. Are you going to ask all 150 guests to send you pictures of their outfits for approval? No, only your girlfriend likes wearing sluttish outfits. I hung up. I texted my brother that my girlfriend didn't need to come to the wedding since the relationship was new. That when they sent the save dates, I was still single, so it just said +1. He texted me back saying I'm a prick. Soon-to-be sister-in-law also texted me calling me a prick. Here's where I might have been an a-hole. I could have just sent a picture to calm them down, but I didn't, because what they're asking is a bit hurtful. And even if I did it behind girlfriend's back to avoid hurting her feelings, it's still disrespectful to sneak around. They should have just trusted my judgment. So, am I the a-hole? Edit. I was asked to include this in my post. My girlfriend wore a very revealing dress on my 30th birthday. That was the first and only time a sister-in-law and my girlfriend met. It was a designer dress, Miu Miu, that cost $4,000 that my girlfriend could borrow from one of her stylist friends. She was so happy because she would never afford a dress like that. And honestly, I was happy for totally different reasons I will keep to myself. That dress is probably the start of this scrap storm. I still can't understand a bride since these are two very different occasions. Not stay home. You did right. As a woman, I would be very offended if someone took a picture of my outfit like that and approved it behind my back. You respected your girlfriend's privacy while attempting to defuse the situation with a bride-to-be. It's not your fault that they disagree. I think the only thing the bride could have asked would be what color the dress is, or if she doesn't want the usual no-no colors, white, off-whites, and black. I agree. Making sure the dress wasn't white or something similar I think would be appropriate. Hope he did his girlfriend a solid. I'm glad he appreciates her for her. Oops, bride is jealous of your girlfriend's beauty. Sounds like she's insecure. Should she be getting married? Not stay home. Not stay home, but you should have had a conversation with your brother, asking why she has such low self-esteem that she needs to ask you that. And you were right to call her out on her behavior. She's being a bridezilla. Next story. Am I the a-hole for getting mad when my soon-to-be husband want to change our honeymoon to family vacation? My boyfriend, 33, and I, 22, will get married in 4 months. We're planning our wedding ourselves and discussed everything, including our honeymoon. The first few months ago, he said he wanted to change our honeymoon to family vacation, so his parents and my mom can get along and knew each other more. I agreed, so we were researching where to go and for how long. But a few weeks after that, he said he doesn't want to bring his family because his relationship with them is kinda rough. I agreed again and researching again honeymoon plan for just the two of us. Everything went fine until a few days ago I was shopping with my soon-to-be mother-in-law. And on the ride home, my boyfriend asked her if she wants to join our honeymoon. I was shocked and mad, but I stayed silent. After we drop off her mom, I asked him how if my mom doesn't want to go with us. My mom really said she doesn't want to. And he said it's okay and we can just go with his family. It really bothered me, but because we have planned to meet his friend after, I just keep it to myself to not ruin the mood. After I went home, I texted him, said that I'm mad about that sudden change and ranted a bit, as usual every time I'm angry. Then he gets mad as well because he thinks I'm making a big deal of not so important thing. In the end, we both get mad and giving each other silent treatment until now. I'm not mad because he changed the plan. I'm mad because he didn't tell me first before asking his mom. I still think I have the right to get mad, but also feeling guilty for making fuss about something small. So am I the a-hole? Now for the comments before reading the little update. Not the a-hole, but do not marry this man. You are too young and the age gap is too big. Worse than that though, he does not respect you and would happily put his family's desires above yours even in the context of a wedding, which should be entirely about the two of you. If he will do this now, what else might he prioritize you in? Think about this carefully. Look at Opie's previous post about relationship problems with a guy for Pete's sake. In that post made 6 months ago, she admits there are age gap related issues, as well as enough relationship issues for her to potentially consider him an ex. She admits that maybe they shouldn't be together but have talked about marriage in the past. All it seems is he might have noticed she was realizing he isn't good for her. He instead proposes and now she feels probably more confused than ever. Opie, there are reasons guys who are in their 30s date women in their early 20s. It is because they are still very malleable to the whims of their partner and tend not to have enough relationship experience to be able to tell what red flag behavior is, manipulation and mistreatment, or feel confident enough to stand up for themselves and know they shouldn't be treated that way. You knew 6 months ago it should be over. Do not marry this guy. He clearly doesn't value you the way he should. Not stay home. I would be more mad about him constantly changing the plan and not consulting you. It's just so annoying. And if I'm being honest, a bit of a red flag. He's forcing you into situations that you don't want to be in, taking advantage of the fact that you can't make a scene in public. Yes, it's annoying. It is not the first time he did it. It happens also to things like the rings at a pre-wedding photo shoot. I usually just accept it and going with whatever he's happy about. He's a really nice man, I promised. It's just some of his flaws. I just feel kinda a-hole as I know there is a better way to discuss it with him and not get mad and ranting. Not a-hole. Why does he think he gets to decide this alone? Maybe the same reason he can't find someone his own age to marry. He needs someone younger to boss around. He is too old for you. GTFO. Source. Have been 22, have also been 33. Update. Hi everyone. I don't expect this is gonna blow up and have so many comments. Thank you for your concern and advice. I appreciate it so much. And I'm sorry I can't read and reply to everyone's comments. For everyone who's asking, I met my boyfriend when I'm already 20. So no, I'm not being groomed. But thank you for your concern. For everyone who's reminding me that what he's doing is red flag, yes, I know it sounds so bad. But I think everyone on a relationship know there's a lot of crap that if you tell everyone just from your perspective, it will sound really bad. It's just one of many things in a relationship, I guess. He's not perfect and neither am I. I also know my relationship isn't perfect nor ideal, but we love each other and we will keep working on from there. Now, I know I'm not a-hole for getting mad, so I'll talk to him again with more confidence and wish we can make up and be better. Once again, thank you for all the kind and not so kind advice. Wishing you all have a really nice day. Last story. Am I the a-hole for upstaging my grandma at her wedding? I'm 28 female, maternal grandma 71 female. This past weekend, she got married to her boyfriend of a couple years. This is her 5th wedding, which I mentioned not to judge but because it's relevant later on. The last time she got married, I was a junior in high school and wore a cranberry strapless dress that my grandma purchased for me, very much in line with the cocktail dress code. I didn't try to do this, but in hindsight, I wore makeup that was too much for a wedding. I just wore what I would normally do, toned down smoky eye, eyeliner, and a nude lip. One of the granddaughters of the husband she was marrying then pulled me aside and told me I did too much and that I should wipe the makeup off before the photos. I was extremely embarrassed. The only other wedding I had ever been to was when I was 6, so at the time I had no idea of the etiquette and was mortified that I had broken it. I ended up wiping off the eyeliner, replacing the eyeshadow with a nude eyeshadow, and putting on a clear chapstick. For this wedding, my grandma reminded me that I should do a very toned-down look and not upstage her at his wedding. These days, I don't wear nearly as much makeup as I used to, so I went with my daily makeup routine. BB cream and a light concealer, a nude cream blush, some light mascara that was dark brown instead of black, and a sheer/glossy pinky nude lipstick. I paired this with a navy blue dress that I tried my best to match my grandma's request that the dress code is in between casual and cocktail. My grandma didn't say anything about how I looked during the wedding, nor did anyone else, so I assumed I did a good job of making sure she was still on the spotlight. However, today she got some of the photos back from her friend who was taking them. She said that I was the standout in all of the photos, and it was a very tacky move to try to get all of the attention on me when it was her wedding. I apologized and said I tried to be as toned down as possible while still looking presentable. She said the right move would have been to wear no makeup at all and wear a more conservative pantsuit. At the time that I got this call, I was with my paternal grandmother. They do not get along the slightest. Paternal grandma told maternal grandma that it was unreasonable to expect me to dress frumpy to please her, and that she had 3 sets of wedding photos for weddings before I was even born, that she could look back on to be the star of the show if she wanted. This led to maternal grandma telling me she wished to take a break from speaking to me for a while, so I could reflect on my selfish actions. I feel really bad. I didn't mean to wreck a special day for her, and in hindsight, maybe I should have approved my dress and makeup with her before the wedding. So I thought I'd get some feedback here to see if I'm the a-hole / if what I did is selfish. Not the a-hole for either of her weddings. You do not owe her an apology. You did nothing wrong. She's ridiculous. It's not dissimilar to people who tear others down to feel better about themselves. That's essentially what she wants to do to her friends. Direct them to be lesser so she feels better about herself. Not on. Sounds like maternal grandma is jealous of how youthful and pretty Opie is. Not a-hole. Not a-hole. A woman in their 20s wearing no makeup and a burlap sack would upstage a 70-year-old. There is no way to avoid it. She can get over herself. Yep, I'm reading this thinking Granny is mad that Opie exists. In a conservative pantsuit with no makeup? Per request. A 20-something woman is going to outshine any 70-year-old women, except probably Oprah and Madonna. But we can't be sure because they're not 70 yet. OP, please info. Do you happen to resemble your grandma when she was younger? I actually think I look nothing like this grandma. I look like the spitting image of my paternal grandma and her mom though. It's almost uncanny. If I felt more comfortable sharing photos, I would.